this award. And also, we thank all of the community for their support. One of the things that Brother Zuhdi told me is actually he would like you to thank the community in general, and especially the activists. And he said also that we need to remember the legacy of Bassem, not just with words, not just with awards, but with actions. We need to continue the legacy of Bassem. Bassem lived 31 years, but he had a legacy of hundreds of years. He left it with his actions. He left it with his bravery, with his courage. He left it with him standing for justice against injustice, for the oppressed against the oppressors, regardless of the race, regardless of the religion, regardless of the gender, regardless of anything that you consider as a human being. That's his legacy. And as Muslims primarily, and the activists, we need to make his legacy live with us through our actions, our deeds. We cannot and we should not afford to sit in our masajid and in our houses and complain. We have to go out and do the things that he did. The last thing that my friend Zuhdi said, he said, thank all of the friends and the families who stood with us through that calamity, or this calamity. So thank you, all of you, the friends and the family who stood with the Masri family. The last but not the least, he said also thank the activists, whomever they are, and tell them to be careful. It's my pleasure to stand here, especially in the CAIR event. It's also a greater pleasure for me to be actually with one of my favorite speakers, Linda, and my friend Bassem, Abu Bassam. I always confuse this and still doing it. And my friend Faizan, Jazakumullah khair. Thank you.
Who lives in the city of St. Louis or knows people who live in the city of St. Louis? That's exactly what I wanted to see. Do you know that there is a very important election in 2.5 days here in St. Louis?
Yeah.
There's an election, and CAIR Missouri is a 501c3 organization, which means that they are not allowed to endorse candidates. So let me just be very clear about that. But I am not a 501c3. I'm a human being, and I endorse candidates. And I'm asking everybody who either is a registered voter in the city of St. Louis or knows people who are registered voters in the city of St. Louis to vote in this upcoming election. But to be more clear, and I want you to listen to me very carefully, because you could help me and someone else in this room make history. Because I don't like just to win. Winning is not that exciting. But winning and making history, that's exciting. So if you live in St. Louis, the city of St. Louis, or know people in the city of St. Louis, I want you to vote for Senator Jamila Nasheed, who is here with us in the room. Please, Sister Jamila, stand up. She is the first Muslim American senator in the state of Missouri. So that's already history. She's already a history maker. She's already a glass shatterer. But she's just not stopping. She's like, that's just not enough. She's running to be the president of the Board of Aldermen of the city of St. Louis.
All right.
So wait a minute, she will be the first woman if she wins this election and you all go to the polls and tell your friends and family who live in the city of St. Louis to vote for her. And then if she wins, not only will she be the first woman, but then she'll be the first Muslim to be the president of the Board of Aldermen. And guess what? It is the most powerful seat in all of St. Louis.
That's right.
So you guys are in.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be hard to find on the ballot. Jamila Nasheed, like, come on, Steve. That just screams sister when you look at the name. So I'm asking you today, send out some text messages, go on your WhatsApp group, friends, tell your family there's an election in 2 days here in St. Louis, and we're all going to vote for Sister Jamila Nasheed to be our president of the Board of Aldermen of here in St. Louis, and together continue our legacy that we were talking about earlier, and inshallah make history together. So give it up for Senator Jamila Nasheed, who's going to be the next president of the Board of Aldermen here in St. Louis. And I hope to come back and congratulate her on the very important work that she does, but she will not be able to do that without all the